Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by your finances, or like your bank accounts basically dictate your happiness, trust me, you are definitely not alone. But today, we're not going to be staring at boring spreadsheets or listening to another lecture about how you need to skip your morning coffee. Nope. We're going to explore personal finance as a literal epic adventure. We're going on a hero's journey together, drawing directly from the really groundbreaking insights of psychologist and master coach, Dr. Maria Nemeth.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The famous mythologist Joseph Campbell once said that money is congealed energy. Now think about that for a second. It's a huge shift in perspective, isn't it? Money is inherently good, and it's not inherently bad. It's not spiritual, it's not unspiritual. It is simply a neutral form of energy. And just like any other type of energy out there, it's here to be used consciously and wisely. When we actually learn to master this energy, that's exactly what allows us to step out of a scarcity mindset and release our life's true possibilities.
So, I want to ask you, where have your own money worries stopped you from doing what you absolutely love, or having what you truly love to have? We all have these deep doubts, fears, and hopes that are completely tied up in our bank accounts. And honestly, it is entirely normal and human to feel that way. Whether your dream is to travel the world, finally get out from under a mountain of debt, or maybe start your own business, your visions are deeply intertwined with this money energy. And that financial discomfort you might be feeling right now, please know that it is actually just fertile ground for your own personal growth.
Now, there's a really powerful realization at the core of all this. How you do money is how you do life. Dr. Nemeth explains that our relationship with money acts like a perfect hologram. It basically mirrors exactly how we handle other forms of energy in our day-to-day existence. Just look at how you manage your time, your physical vitality, your creativity, or even the support of your friends. Usually the patterns are identical. When you learn to channel your money energy effectively and purposefully, you actually unlock the ability to manage all of those other life energies with incredible clarity and ease.
And honestly, this is exactly why the journey can feel so incredibly challenging sometimes. We're operating in two very different realms. On one side, we have metaphysical reality. This is the realm of your dreams, your imagination, your big ideas, and boundless potential. It's totally free-flowing, and there are literally zero limits here. But on the other side, we have physical reality. This is the world of action, limits, form, and time. And the fundamental truth is that money exists squarely in physical reality. You can't just sit in the metaphysical realm thinking positive thoughts and expect a paycheck to magically materialize in your hand, right? You have to bridge that gap.
That bridge is exactly what brings us to what Dr. Nemeth brilliantly calls trouble at the border. Whenever you try to take a beautiful, free-flowing idea from your metaphysical reality and pull it across the line into physical reality to make it a tangible, real-world goal, you have to cross this border. And let me tell you, it is exhausting. You'll inevitably hit this heavy, disheartening feeling that what you're trying to do is taking way more time, way more money, or more energy than you originally thought. But here's the thing. That resistance is completely natural. It happens to literally everyone who dares to stretch beyond their current capacities.
Waiting for you right at that border is the ultimate villain of your financial adventure, the monkey mind. This is a concept rooted in Buddhist psychology, and it perfectly describes that self-criticizing aspect of our mind that constantly swings us from doubt to worry and back to doubt again. The absolutely crucial point here is that your monkey mind is fundamentally a survival instinct. It absolutely hates change, it hates risk, and it chatters the loudest when you threaten the status quo. Yes, even if the status quo is a totally stressful financial situation you desperately want to escape.
To see exactly how this monkey mind operates, I want you to try something. Ask yourself this out loud, or just repeat it quickly in your head right now. Do I have enough money? Do I have enough money? Just hearing that probably kicks your mental chatter into high gear, doesn't it? Your brain almost immediately starts calculating your bills, worrying about the future, and bracing for trouble.
Okay, now let's just slow things down for a second. Take a deep breath. When you asked yourself that question, where did your body register a physical reaction? Just notice it right now. Did your stomach tighten up? Did your chest feel heavy? Maybe your throat constricted? When you take a moment to step back and simply observe that physiological reaction, without immediately panicking or reacting to it, you create what Dr. Nemeth calls breathing room. Breathing room is the absolute ultimate antidote to the monkey mind. It gives you the space to act with conscious clarity instead of blind fear.
Now, if we peel back the layers of our complex financial personas, we find three distinct levels. On the outer layer is who we pretend we are. That's the face we show the world, maybe projecting wealth, success, or complete independence. Beneath that layer is who we fear we are. Maybe we secretly worry we're frauds, or that we'll never actually be responsible with money. But right at the very center, beneath all those pretenses and all those anxieties, is who we really are.
And that core, that is the true hero of this journey.
Tapping into that central core reveals your standards of integrity. These are your genuine, authentic values. And it's fascinating because the qualities you naturally admire in other people, like kindness, honesty, or dedication, are actually inside you right now as potential. When your financial decisions start to reflect these deep, authentic standards, you stop feeling fragmented. You stop the self-sabotage. Instead, you create profound harmony, deep meaning, and lasting fulfillment with the energy of your money.
But what's really interesting here is that while we're meant to be clear conduits for this money energy, we constantly spring subtle leaks. These energy leaks happen through things like broken promises, an exhausted state of driven behavior, endless perfectionism, or just comfortably staying in a rut. Now, these might seem like small, everyday personality quirks, but Dr. Nemeth points out that they literally sap your power. When you don't do what you said you'd do, you expend massive amounts of your life's energy just trying to manage the lingering background tension of that incompletion.
So, how do we fix it? To seal those leaks, we can use a super practical 4-step coaching model. First, willingly look at your money habits, despite your monkey mind screaming objections at you. Then, see those unconscious behavioral patterns clearly in the foreground of your awareness. Third, tell the truth. Just state the facts completely without dramatic judgment. For example, say, I spend $70 a week on coffee, instead of saying, I am a terrible, irresponsible person with money. And finally, take authentic, physical action. Actually do something physical in the real world that moves you toward your goals or cleans up a financial mess. When you consistently take that authentic action, you redefine success entirely. Success becomes doing what you said you would do with ease. I really want to emphasize that with ease part. True success is not about working yourself to the bone or staying in an anxious, hyper-driven state all the time. It's about aligning your physical actions with your deepest metaphysical integrity and just allowing that authentic alignment to make your life naturally flow better.
Of course, every epic adventure involves facing a few dragons. But here's the secret. These dragons aren't actually your enemies. The very things we fear the most, especially that terrifying feeling of scarcity, are simply the mind's experience of the natural limits of physical reality. You cannot just positive affirmation your way out of it. If we embrace scarcity, accept our limits, and actually welcome unexpected obstacles, we stop running from our fear. We start using that energy to learn and build our dreams.
And conquering those internal dragons brings us to the final, most rewarding stage of our adventure, the return. This is where we reap the ultimate rewards of our mastery and walk right through the gateway to abundance. You see, true prosperity doesn't happen when we push away the things we don't like or hide under the covers from our bank statements. It happens when we are completely willing to be fully present with every single aspect of our lives, right now, using everything that happens to us as an opportunity to wake up. To actually step through that gateway, we have to purposefully release our trapped energy. We do this by dismantling our rigid beliefs about how the world or our finances, quote-unquote, should work. We practice radical forgiveness, basically laying down our heavy armor so we aren't burdened by grudges anymore. And finally, we practice daily gratitude. And listen, these aren't just feel-good fluff. They are immensely practical, powerful actions in physical reality that unblock the energy of money and let it flow freely into your life.
As we get near the end of our explainer today, I want to give you Dr. Nemeth's ultimate practical tool for financial willingness. When your monkey mind is screaming, when you are terrified of facing an unexpected bill, just say these 4 magical words. Nevertheless, I am willing. You can be afraid, you can be bored, you can feel totally unqualified. But saying nevertheless, I am willing instantly elevates you above the drama and the fear. Dr. Nemeth actually advises taking a pen, handwriting these exact words, and putting them somewhere your brain will see them every single day for the next 30 days. It will seriously change your life.
So, as we wrap things up, I want you to just sit with one profound question. Would it be okay with you if life got easier? If you master the energy of money, align your physical actions with your deepest integrity, and finally tame that chaotic monkey mind, life genuinely gets easier. You step into true, lasting abundance. So I'll ask you one more time to leave you thinking, would it be okay with you if life got easier? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Start mastering your energy, and I will see you next time.